Here it comes. Here is more bedtime stories for you. And here, let's go and read it. Let's see where are we. Where is it? I think. Oh, here it is. Wait, why is it so weird? Why did I put a marker here? Anyway, let's just Never Weather Witch. Who is this? How about no? Nah. No. Red Riding Hood? No. Oh, okay. Rumpelstiltskin. Okay? Once upon a time, a king visited a humble miller. The miller longed to impress the king, so he boasted about his beautiful daughter. "My daughter is a very good spinner," said the miller. "She can spin straw to gold." Wait, what? The king was amazed to hear this. He ordered the miller's daughter to be locked in a tower in his castle. He left her there in a heap, with a heap of straw and a spinning wheel. "You have 3 days to spin all this straw into gold," said the king. "If you fail, you'll be punished." But the poor miller's daughter couldn't really spin straw to gold. Her father had lied to the king, and now she had been set an impossible task. The miller's daughter sat in the tower room and wept. Suddenly, the stone wall of the tower seemed to ripple like water, and a strange little man stepped through. He was short and an ugly-bearded little face. "What's all this noise?" said the man grumpily. The miller's daughter explained her problem. The little man stroked his hairy chin. "What will you give me if I spin the straw to gold?" he asked. The miller's daughter thought hard. "You can have my necklace," she said. The man looked at the girl's necklace and nodded. He sat at the spinning wheel and began to spin. By morning, he had spun some of the straw to gold. Then, as quickly as he arrived, the strange little man disappeared back into the wall. The next morning, the king was pleased to see when he saw the gold, but he wanted more. "If the rest of the straw isn't spun into gold in 2 days, you'll be punished," said the miller's daughter. That night, the man returned. "What will you give me if I spin you with more gold?" he asked. The miller's daughter gave him her bracelet, and the man spun more straw into gold. When the king came to collect the gold the next morning, he was very happy. He thought the miller's daughter was beautiful, and he almost told her to stop spinning, but he couldn't resist wanting more gold. "You must spin the remaining straw into gold tonight," he said. That night, the miller's daughter waited and waited for the little man to appear, but it was past midnight before the wall rippled, and he stepped out. "Quick," she said. "You must spin the rest of the straw into gold, or I shall be in great trouble." The man grinned at her. "What will you give me if I do?" said. But the miller's daughter had nothing left to give to him. "I'll spin the straw into gold for you. If you promise to give me your firstborn child." The miller's daughter was so frightened, she agreed. The little man sat at the wheel and worked faster than ever. Just as the sun came up, the last straw was spun into gold. The little man disappeared through the wall, and the king opened the door. The king was so amazed with the miller's daughter's skill and beauty that he asked her to marry him straight away. The miller's daughter agreed, as long as the king never asked her to spin more gold to straw again. The king once was married to a miller's daughter, and she became the queen. In time, she had a beautiful baby daughter. She had forgotten all about her promise until one day the wall of the room rippled like water, and a strange little man stepped out. "You made a promise to give me your firstborn child," he said. The queen hugged her baby tight and would not let her go. "Take all my riches instead," she pleaded. "No," snapped the little man in triumph. "Only those who know my name has power over me. You did not know my name, so I will take your baby and you cannot stop me." "Wait," said the queen, trying to think quickly. "It took you 3 days to spin the straw, so I should have 3 days to guess your name." "Very well," said the little man, "but in 3 days, your baby is mine." The next day, when the man repaired, the queen tried all the names that she could think of. The little man just laughed and said no to everyone that she suggested. On the second day, the queen searched through every book in the castle great library. There was nothing about the little man who could spin straw into gold. Once again, the cackling man appeared and then disappeared when the queen failed to guess his name. On the morning of the third day, the queen was in despair at not being able to figure out the man's name. She took her baby out with her and walked for miles through fields and forests. As the queen was ready to give up, she saw a thin line of smoke floating through the trees. Following it, she saw a funny little house. Outside the house, there was a small fire, but a little man who spun gold from straw was dancing around the fire, laughing and singing a strange song. The queen crouched down by the trees and kissed her baby to make sure she had no noise. When she listened to the little man's song, "The queen's daughter out surely came. The queen can't beat me at my game. Rumpelstiltskin is my name." The queen crept away and then rushed back to the castle as fast as she could. Oh, so the name of this story is the little man's name. Rumpelstiltskin. Such a funny name. With that funny man, he is a funny little man. His house is funny, he is funny, and also he got a funny name. A funny name. Man. Weird. Later that night, as he had done before, the strange little man appeared. "Your time is up," he said. "The child is mine, so hand over her. I'll take her to fairyland and she'll grow up to be my slave." The little man clapped his hand with glee. "I have one last guess," said the man. "I think that your name is Rumpelstiltskin." When Rumpelstiltskin heard his name being spoken, he was wretched. His face was red with fury. He jumped up and down and stamped so hard on the ground he made a great hole in it. When he disappeared through the wall, still shouting and screaming with rage. After that, Rumpelstiltskin was never seen or heard of again. The king and queen daughter grew up to be a beautiful young woman. No one ever told her that she was once nearly spirited off to fairyland, and everyone lived happily ever after. The end. The next story will be The Nightingale and the North Wind. Okay? So, good night, guys. I'm already tired here. So, well, bye-bye.